something.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm
You got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky?
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever, whenever, wherever, however you all are. Welcome to Toxic Tuesday. Gentlemen, I see you, and thank you for being here early and right away. We're going for a deep cut like we've never dug deep before, and I love to see it. So, how you all doing, dudes? How's everything going, guys? Oh, look, we got Mark D with a C in the front here, and I don't get why he's here. Why is he here?
I don't know.
There's
Why
me.
is that?
I don't know what happened, but it's okay. Let's acknowledge these faces here because we see much earlier pulsing on Mr. Lord Thoth. What's up, Lord Thoth? Tornadoes! Vince Womack. How's it going, Vince? Nice to see you here. See Keely Chow, and he's back in America. Welcome back to America, Keely. Seems like you had a great time on vacation. I love the reporting. Glad to see you back. My man Dave C. How's it going, Dave? Jonathan Conroy. D-Bud Martin. Dart Viewer. What's up, Dart Viewer? How's it going, sir? Nice to see you here. Hey, Steve Mitchell, Maddie's daddy. Hey, what's up, Steve? Being daddy dance. Have a great stream. Thank you, Steve. Good to see you, bud. Shaman. How's it going, Shaman? Or Shayman? I don't know. We'll go Shaman. It's got a cool ring to it. We'll go Shaman. I like Shaman. And yes, I agree. It's very underrated, Jam. And of course, guys, we're on Rumble because we're dual streaming. And a lot of you here already know how this rodeo works. We transition hour and 15, hour and 20 into show. We transition and go Rumble exclusive. And there's definitely some clips from this movie that are clearly made for Rumble exclusive. I mean, come on with this one. So, Mark D with a C, sir, how are you doing?
Yeah, doing very good. Yeah, so I had a visit with the Shocker this morning, so feeling much better. So a little wee bout of shore leave, as us Star Trek nerds like to say, but nothing too serious. But had to have a little bout of AFib. So, but I met the Shocker, and he left some marks, but doing okay. But that's why I wasn't here for the geekery on Sunday night. It was kind of taking it easy. So the good thing is my heart thinks I did like a million steps last week. Mm-hmm. That's because your heart is racing when you got that. But yeah, if you ever feel you don't feel good, always go see your doctor. I've had this before, so. But yeah, just a little PSA safety tip. Don't cross the streams. Yeah, if you're never not feeling something feels off, go check. Especially us dudes, we usually just ignore stuff and say it'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. It'll be no problem. Yeah, no problem. But I have one of those Cardia devices, Cardia Mobile, which is great. If they would like to sponsor Toxic Tuesday, that'd be great. But and also, one of those smartwatches that tells you, like, hey, you just did 30 floors. Yeah. Maybe we should get checked out. So, but I'm patched up and feeling better, thank God. So, yep. So, thank you, everyone who, on our Twitter groups who posted that. So much appreciated. Yep. So, we're gonna have fun tonight. Just don't. I better not laugh too hard. I better watch the heart rate here.
I was telling Mark before we went live. I'm like, I didn't even know there's a job for that exists. It's like, oh, what do you do for a living? Oh, I zap people in the heart. I zap their asses in the damn heart. That's what I'm a heart zapper.
Shocker could have done that instead of turned into a life of crime.
I know. What the hell, Herman Schultz? You had alternatives. You had options. And you didn't even try to take them. But no. The life of crime. He's got to take that life of crime and go try to be as cool as Doc Ock of the Green Goblin. Well, shocker, it ain't gonna happen, dude. Hell, you ain't on the Condor's level either. I love you, Shocker, but you ain't the Condor. You ain't the Condiment King. You're Shocker.
Shocker, yeah. And Steve, I'm doing okay, thanks. Oh yeah, Steve's not in our Twitter group, so I always forget I got to send him on the messenger. But I've had it a bunch of times. The last time was Comic-Con 2023 when I was coming back home, and you never know why you get this, but that's one of the mysteries of it. But just it is what it is. So yeah, gotta take care of yourself, eat right, and they're like, no alcohol, no caffeine. It's like I've been doing that for years. Yes, I almost just killed Nick. It's like no alcohol, no caffeine. Be like, well, either that or I won't get to read modern comics for much longer.
Oh no! Oh no!
It wouldn't be anything new. Yeah. The horror, yeah.
Well, you should be reading Conan. And I'm gonna keep telling you that until you.
Oh yeah, I have to catch up on Conan. I have been. That's in my pull list. Yeah. So I gotta catch up. I gotta catch up on that one. Yep. So just a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. Then you're like, oh, I'm behind. I'm behind on my comics. Jeez, yeah. It's like you buy them and then you end up not reading some of them. It's the worst thing ever. So.
I bet Amazing Spider-Man is still just amazing with Paul around. I'm sure it's just absolutely dazzling, Mark. Absolutely dazzling. You're probably like, I can't wait to see how Peter gets cucked this week. I can't wait. I'm brimming with anticipation for how this is all gonna work. I hate it. I'm frothing at the mouth. Reminds me of what Yo Flash said. He said on a video once, he's like, I buy him just so I can complete the run. I put him in the bag board, put in the long box, and I'm just like, and I think that's where the last of almost everyone, who buy it. So
yeah, I think
they buy it just to fill up the run, and I'm just like, man, you damn completist. You're killing me, Smalls. I get the idea, but you're killing me. You're killing me.
That's what happens. Yeah, you just that's what our buddy Clobber and Tom's Mike would always say. Why are you still buying this crap? It's like, yeah, because I got the you want to keep the runs going. So it's which is
you don't want to keep the runs going. You want to keep the singular run going. The runs, no. That's not something you want to be known for keeping going.
Well, that's what some of these comics are like. I guess they give you the runs. Yeah, some of them are pretty bad. Yeah.
So, anyways, we're talking about a movie tonight, Mark.
Yeah, we should get to the movie. Yeah. And it's just you and me tonight. We're gonna have a bromance tonight, I guess, right? Unless someone else pops in.
Bromance night. It's almost like it feels like something feels a lot more intimate about tonight. It's kind of like interesting. It's like, whoa, it's just
you, me, and Linda Cardinelli. Wowzers. God bless her.
Man.
She's gorgeous, but this movie, she's She is. She's great. Yeah.
This movie absolutely nails, and I mean nails, the atmosphere of where video gaming, stoner comedies in general were. Like this movie absolutely like I could really
Oh
like
God, yeah.
even though I was never like a hardcore stoner, like yeah, I dabbled a few sometimes. Sometimes I get pretty baked, but I was never like a hardcore baker. I had one period of time where I didn't bake at all. It was like 2005 through 2010 where I didn't do it at all. But I still was like, this movie's fucking awesome. And I remember it was weird because I thought, and you can get the slideshow up as soon as you
Yeah,
want.
I'm just getting rid of some. I'm adding. Let's just say I'm adding Mad to a few of these. So we'll go.
Yes.
We'll be a
I
few minutes on the slide. We'll cover it ourselves. Yeah, but few minutes. Yeah.
Okay. I assumed way back in the day when it was something I was discovering, I think a friend of mine in high school, I can't remember if he rented it at Blockbuster or Hollywood Video or if he bought it on DVD. I can't remember, but I do remember it was through a friend that we watched it. I'm like, oh hey, this movie's awesome. I wonder, and I kept thinking to myself, oh man, how come I've never heard of it? It was really like confusing for me because then before you know it, a lot of guys my age were talking about this movie,
You know,
and
I didn't know
then
what this movie. I got to interrupt.
go,
I didn't know what the hell
go
this movie was. So when you said Grandma's Boy, I thought you said something with Brahmable or something like Brahma. Like Brahma's Boy. Like I thought you were talking about our buddy Brahma. I'm like, what? Grandma's Boy. I had no freaking idea what the movie was. So yes, I am a Grandma's Boy virgin, as the character says. Yeah, it was with Shirley Jones. Yes, I have to tell you that was my first time. So God, yeah. No, I had no idea. This movie went totally under my radar. So not that I'm a huge stoner comedy fan, but
uh-huh.
I'll enjoy him, I'll watch him. So
Mhm.
yeah, this was a nice nice fun surprise tonight. Yeah. And you've watched this like you said
Oh,
over 100
so
times?
many times. So many times. And yeah, turn out as he's same thing. I'm no stoner, but love do. Yeah, a lot of stoners are really good. That's a funny part about it. You don't have to be like them. It all will kind of be like, oh, hey guys, who likes Alan Covert here in the chat? Who likes him? Like, seriously, in the chat, raise your hands. I want to see you raise your hand in the chat. Like, I really want to see some. Like, you could make a hand emoji, or you could just say me. I want to actually see. I want to see this. Okay. I just need a quick, show of hands. You could be quick. You could be thorough. I want to see it because, well, we got this guy here.
Hey, what's
Wow.
happening?
How's it going, sir?
It's going great.
Thank you for coming by and saying hello really quick.
Yeah, no, I made my daughter dinner, and
Nice, you're a dad too. I know the dad life, man. What a
yeah,
dad.
no. And of course my son was like, "I'm not hungry yet." It doesn't matter where you live, what you do, same crap.
Oh yeah, the parenting life as well. We're both dads here as well,
Yep.
so we can relate to your lifestyle pretty hard right now when we hear that. Right now, I'm at that stage where the kids are now starting to want to eat everything. It used to be like an uphill battle to get them to eat. Now I have to wonder what happened to the fridge. Now it looks like a war field, and I'm like, oh shit.
But hey, I only got a couple of minutes.
That's fine.
If you had anything you wanted to know about the movie, let her rip.
Oh, dude. I mean, I'll start off with the obvious. Like, seriously, you gave me a movie that I watched so many times, so many memories. This movie was like an extension of my life for a period of time. Like, one of your lines that you use when you said, I don't know what you are, but I'm going to eat you too. I said that shit all the time. That was like a big deal to me. I was like one of those lines. I was just like, I always say, anytime I go through my own late nights where I know I'm hungry. It was one of the lines, but man, what was it like? I gotta ask you, what was it like to be a part of a movie that really didn't do well at the box office, but then it became a big success on DVD? Did that shock you?
No, I mean, the not doing well at the box office shocked us. I mean, I had seen the movie play in front of crowds.
Mm-hmm.
We just, I don't know, the advertising sucked. There wasn't enough of it. Who knows what it was? But you know what? People found it. People like it.
Mm-hmm.
Look, next year's 20 years, and people still talk about it all the time. Like all over the place. So I'm really happy with it. So is everyone. I still talk to almost everybody.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
yeah, I saw Joel David Moore, JP. I saw him a month and a
Yeah.
half ago or so. But yeah, next year's 20th anniversary. And you know what? I realized no one's ever seen it in a full theater.
No.
So we might do some screenings.
Limited edition run type of deal.
Like just
Limited.
go out and do like a big screening some city with Q&A after or
Mm-hmm.
something,
Oh, those
see
are
who will
great. Yeah.
show up. But it's like, because
Oh.
I've seen it in the theater. It's,
Mm-hmm.
by the way, no one's seen a comedy in the theater in about 2 years.
Dude,
And I'm
comedies
not
have
joking.
no, you're that's the problem. That's the problem, is that you're right,
Yeah.
because comedies have been lacking in the last several years, theatrically, even on streaming. Like, you'll get an occasional outlier, but that's the
Yeah.
exactly the problem. It was an outlier. They used to be so frequent. You come from a timeline where that was like, dude, I was basically raised on comedy. It was
Yeah,
part
you
of
don't
my
get the
upbringing.
small movies anymore. Like I'm a huge fan of The Sure Thing, and watch out my son was going off to college, and he had some buddies over. This was during COVID. We said, "Screw it, come over anyway." And we watched The Sure Thing, and they couldn't stop laughing. They couldn't stop laughing, and they're like,
No, they don't.
and one of his friends like, "You'd never see it." I'm like, "You'd never see a movie get like it's got to be a superhero or a blockbuster." You don't get those small, great comedies anymore that you can really have a heart to it too, that you can appreciate and it's quotable. And I have to confess, I've never seen this movie till today. I don't know how I missed it. I loved it. I couldn't stop laughing.
But by the way, they don't make comedies for adults anymore either. Like,
No.
Yep.
where's War of the Roses? Where's Working Girl?
Mm-hmm.
There used to be Down and Out in Beverly Hills. There used to be
Yep.
hundreds of comedies in theaters, and now there's Zippo. Nothing. Trust me.
Insane.
I took 3 years off to be with my daughters and my son. That was one of my
Mhm.
daughters.
Hello.
We're streaming.
What?
We're streaming.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my God, she's standing there like I'm on a phone call waiting to ask me something. What do you need, dear?
Nothing. I just want to see who you're talking to.
Okay.
There's some
We're
weird
a
guys
bunch
on
of
the internet.
nobodies. I want to ask, was there ever like talks of a sequel, even though it was a late bloomer, or was it the intention to
Sorry,
keep this
Nick, I was
of a
trying to cut it off,
pure one and done movie? Because this movie, like, it works well on its own 2 feet, but I
Yeah.
could also see why people want a sequel because of how well the cast worked together with this
Yeah, but
movie.
dude, look at me. Look how old I am.
I still believe you, Game. I can still believe you, Game.
No, I do, by the way.
Oh,
play
you do?
stupid games. I just play stupid games on my iPad now. My son's a real gamer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a PC. He's got an Xbox, not an Xbox, a PlayStation. He's all over it. The only thing I was thinking of that could be possible is for me to wait a few more years and then have it be about me and my son.
Well, that'd be a cool idea. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
Your
idea.
Your son could
there.
be a game designer.
Yeah, like he's trying to get me into VR or something, or he's completely like a Luddite. He's against all technology, and I'm like, "What's your problem?"
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll
man.
figure it out. But yeah,
I mean,
no. So I took 3 years off to be with the kids, and then the last year I was going around with some good, funny scripts.
Uh-huh.
Nothing. Not one studio. Because the problem is not raising money to shoot a movie.
Yeah.
Because you can go raise enough money to get a movie made. The problem is getting a movie out into theaters.
Oh, absolutely. You're
Because
right.
you have to see a comedy. You have to see a comedy in a group of people, it's so
Yeah.
much fun.
Oh, it is a different atmosphere when you have that audience, because then you start
Yeah.
to understand why they're laughing a little bit, and then the laughter, it kind of gets contagious and it creates a chain reaction.
Yes.
And I feel like we're in a day and age where I kind of like reject this notion that everyone's sensitive. Yeah, there are people who are sensitive, but they're just louder than the people who are not. And I believe that there is a big appetite out there for great comedy.
Yes.
They just outright refuse to make it because of the ones who are loud about it.
Look, if there wasn't a market for comedy, every big comedian wouldn't be selling out arenas.
Yeah,
Yep.
you just validated. I was
Yeah.
at Sebastian Maniscalco a few months ago. Sold out
Yeah.
United Center. Huge,
Dude.
20,000.
Go see
Yeah.
Kreischer. Go see Sandler, for God's sake. They
Mhm.
sell out everywhere, huge places. So when I hear studio people going, "Oh, the theater, they're not scared. They're scared." I'm like, no one's scared of anything.
Mhm.
They
They
just
go
don't
to
want
the
to take the
Super Bowl.
risk.
They
Yeah, they
go
don't want to take
everywhere.
the studios don't want to take the risk. I mean, like seeing Ferris Bueller's Day Off in the theater with all my buddies, and then just remembering everyone leaving, and then we're yelling, come back," and like people running back into the movie theater. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone had so much fun. And like you can't replicate that at home. Being at home, as good as your stereo, your TV is, there's nothing like seeing a movie opening night or hanging out and everyone enjoying the same jokes and laughing over things, or people yelling stuff out sometimes. So you lose
Yeah.
that being at home.
Yeah. Well, I'm not giving up. I'm trying. I want to get a movie out someday in the theaters. But in the meantime, I'm working on a secret, hopefully not secret for much longer, like in about 2 weeks, I think, but a TV
Ooh.
show.
Oh,
Great.
okay. Well, hey, Vince Vaughn can get something out, and I know Vince Vaughn is definitely someone who nowadays is weirdly in hot water, even though he's done nothing but breathe oxygen exists. He can get a show. No reason why you can't.
Yeah,
So
no,
I'm
well,
looking
actually,
for
I'm
him.
just writing and producing. It's going to be for someone else
Oh,
who's coming
okay.
back to television. And, but it's something I'm more excited about than anything I've been excited about in years.
Oh,
Like,
great.
Oh,
Good luck.
here's the deal. It's just balls out comedy. We're not, like I said to someone, we're not trying to offend people, but we're not trying. We're
Hey, we're
just trying
back
to
with
be.
the internet.
What happened?
I don't
I
know
don't
what
know what happened.
happened.
We got zapped.
Our blood came out, and all of a sudden, as soon as you come back in, I left. I'm like, what happened here? But
Well,
we're all here. We're all here.
we're back. Yeah. The wonders
The
of the internet.
internet's
Yeah.
censoring us. No, but I said we're
Yeah.
not trying to offend people. I never do, but we're not trying to be careful either. We're just going to be funny, and it'll be what it'll be. But it's going to be funny. I'll tell you that much.
That's just being
Great.
authentic. You're saying let's just see how this plays out organically. It doesn't mean we have to be outright outrageous. If it doesn't mean we have to walk around on eggshells. Let's just see where it goes, and we'll go with it, and that's fine because there's an authenticity there that really makes these types of movies beautiful, and that's something we need nowadays more than ever
Yeah.
is a layer of authenticity.
Well, me and two friends of mine are bringing it soon,
Nice.
and we're
I
bringing
look,
it hard.
I
Oh,
look
here
forward.
comes another kid. This is kid number 3.
Oh man, you're building an
Okay,
army.
later. Am I going to see you at all? Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
It's 10
She's
10 p.m.
18.
You know where your children are. Yeah.
No, she's 18. She's going to her friend's house. So
Yeah.
Yes, being a teenager. You got for Tornadoes for $10 says, "Hi, Mr. Covert. This is great film. Thank you, Tornadoes."
oh,
So
awesome.
that was a super chat for one of our listeners on the live stream. We got people listening right now. So
But yeah, I wish I could tell you about it. But yeah, the thing I'm working on is really damn funny. I mean,
Well, we're looking
I'm
for it. Yeah.
yeah, no, you'll see. There'll be an announcement like in the next week or two because it's we're going and it's going to be somewhere. It's already bought. So,
Oh,
but in
good.
the meantime, go watch Grandma's Boy. It's fun as hell.
Oh,
And
what
someone mentioned
talking about?
Strange Wilderness in the comments, and dude,
We'll be covering that movie within a few months. That is
I'm
going to
a
be another
big
one.
fan of Strange Wilderness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's the craziest.
It's
It's
so
literally the craziest movie. Talk about someone who doesn't give a crap. Fred Wolf, who wrote and directed it with Peter Galkey.
Mm-hmm.
Fred was directing. He was like, one day, like, we just decided, hey, let's keep Ashley. She's really funny. And they rewrote the whole movie to keep Ashley Scott in the crew.
So worth
Awesome.
it.
Yeah.
Absolutely worth it.
Good.
And the
Very
cast
smart.
was just insane comedy people. So it was the best. Just, I think the whole scene where they were talking about your name is Dick, I think we literally sat there for 20 minutes just off the top of our heads doing dick jokes. So
Yeah, how do you get through those scenes like that? We're watching Grandma's Boy, the scene where you're with the doll. Like, how do you get through that scene like without dying? I mean, you probably gotten this question before, but I mean, I'm just laughing so hard. It's like,
that one
how
we
do you?
did a whole behind the scenes DVD thing about it with the doll. Because I was like sitting there talking to the camera before, going, you're sitting there with Schwartzen and you're writing this and you're laughing your asses off. And I said, but now I'm standing here in my boxers with a doll in front of 40 people.
And you got to make it work. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I didn't realize 20 years later, my teenage daughters would be like, dude.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And you know what? It's funny as hell.
Oh God, that scene! I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, all right, guys, thanks a lot for liking the movie.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate.
Thank you so
I can't
much.
wait to
Good
hear
luck.
about the announcement. Thank you for your time. This is absolutely appreciated. And once again, thank you for 20 years of memories of this movie.
My pleasure.
I'm very thankful.
They were just as much fun for me as they were for you guys.
All right.
This was very special.
I actually,
thank you
sorry
so
to say, I might have had a little more fun. Sorry.
Oh no, we're good. You're good. That I don't blame you. But thank you. Take care, sir. Have a great night.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Take care. Yep.
Oh,
that was great. Yep. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Wow, dude, that was wild. That actually happened.
Nick, you did it.
You know how hard it was to not say anything about that? I'm like, in case it did, I'm like, it might happen, but if it doesn't, whatever.
Oh, and everyone stick around because in 5 minutes we might have Linda Cardinale. No, just kidding.
We got Brian McCann for $2 says, wow. I don't know what the wah is for, but I love that's a wah. So thank you, Brian. Appreciate that. Yeah, chat. That was, imagine like that. That was like crazy. That was like, whoa, this is happening.
Well, why don't you tell everyone how you arranged that? Just, I'm sure people would like a little behind the scenes, right?
I'll give him a little
taste.
Yeah. I'm just gonna give him a tip. I reached out to him, and I'm like, hey, you want to come say hi? Do things like
on the Twitters or on
the Twix. He's on Twix.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, if you can't, no, I get it. I know you got a life.
Yeah.
And
you got 3 kids.
Yeah, you got 3 kids, got an army. He, took some time off to be a responsible father. Shout out to all the cool dads out there, like Alan being a dad too. Got 2 dads here. It's cool to see. But no, that was just like, I'm still like, whoa, that actually happened. Because like seriously, this is one of those movies like I have seen it at least a few times a year in the last 20 years, and now here I am. So like,
and wow. I'm like, I had to be honest. I'm like, I've never seen this,
No, and that's what's cool because guy who's seen it 1,000 times, guy who's seen it his first time. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You never know who's gonna stop by. See, guys. What's cool about this moment, chat, is that you all saw this and you can say you were there. So if you're listening like Midnight's Edge in the morning, like, dude, Alan Covert, star Grandma's Boy, Alex, stopped by Toxic Tuesday for 5 minutes. And Tom and Andre are like, whoa, what? It happened?
Nick, you're big leagues now. You're big league.
I'm big league. Some say that it's the best league. When you get Alan Covert, they
do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
man. Well, shall we get that slideshow going?
Yeah, I'm still. I had to stop editing as he popped in. I was I was putting mads on bare breasts. So I didn't want to get too distracted. So yeah, I'm. Give me one more minute. So but why don't
Okay.
you talk
Okay.
about what like where? How did you first see this movie?
Sure.
DVD
I'll be
or
happy. Oh, that's
yeah, yeah,
actually, we were actually talking about them. We were actually before Alan popped in, we were getting on that.
yeah,
So I remember I had a friend and he owned it. I can't remember if he rented it or he owned it on DVD. But I remember we watched it one night, just staying up, eating pizza, drinking Mountain Dew. And usually like a huge Xbox guy, a huge PS2 guy at the time. We were just having, being the boys type of thing. And he's, oh, you ever seen this movie? I'm like, no. And then we watched him. Oh, this movie's awesome. And we were hanging out all the time, and that movie part of our ritual. Like it would be go to Meyer, use the old people cards, maybe go get a new frozen pizza, and then go back to the house, play some video games, watch Grandma's Boy, and then we would talk for, oh, do you gotta watch this movie? Badass. And I never looked into it at the time because I didn't know the internet wasn't the first thing that came to my mind of, oh, if you don't know something, just check the internet. It was just kind of like well, hopefully I find out one day what happens with this movie, because it weirded me out that I had heard like this movie that came out of nowhere. And so I kind of assumed, oh, maybe this is like a straight to video movie that just maybe somehow took
yeah.
off. And then I looked into it. Oh, God, I think about like somewhere between 5 and 10 years. I can't remember because that was probably right around the time my alcohol and weed takes were probably at the peak. And there's a little bit of a blur between like 2011 through, I say between 2009 through 2013 was a bit of a blur. But somewhere along the way, I got a smartphone that was given to me because I refused to get one at the time. So I had a friend give me one. She's like, you need people to be able to find you. So me and my brother decided we're going to get your phone. We pay for your bill, your first month and the installation, but you need to have a damn phone. And so I remember one of the first things I looked up was what happened. Where did Grandma's Boy come from? And then I learned, oh, it was a movie that didn't do well. And then it took off on DVD and did like over $50 million in sales. And that was at a time where, when you could have something not do well, putting it out on physical media would kind of give that movie a little bit of a second chance. That would help, elevate the movie to have like a good way of gaining an audience in case they lost it in the theaters. And that's why it's so dumb that the theaters gave up on it and went all in on streaming, because streaming, most of the numbers outside of shows like Stranger Things, they're not really definitive. And you were thinking, okay, so we don't really know how well a lot of these movies do. We really don't know because they're so weird about it, and they have weird rankings and the best showing on the first Monday of January at 7 p.m. type of deal. Obviously, I'm hyperbolic, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
26 of you in here in the chat, thank you very much. But you get my point. I'm just like, God, what are we doing here? Like, and I guarantee you, let's just pretend some of these movies were doing well and maybe are doing well. They could be making even more money with the physical media. They probably thought, oh, we could just save money on not printing physical media. And now they're stuck in the situation that they're in because of this. So what a stupid move. And then they got the company, Best Buy, Target, to get out of the habit of carrying them because they wanted to make less of them. What a really dumb, RJ Godzilla video rental saved so many movies.
Oh, it did, yeah.
Now a lot of movies don't really get a second chance. It's if you do well in the theater, that's it. That's the only catalyst.
Yeah, has a movie ever been saved by streaming?
I've never heard of it. I mean, chat, please, if there is, correct me. I've not, and I genuinely, I want to know, is there a movie out there that we've heard, even if we haven't watched it, just so we know they exist because the audience saved it? I have not heard of that movie.
Yeah, right. I mean,
you hear about stuff doing well, but that doing well, once again, they say that, but they don't really provide much to show up because once again, the way these numbers are done with streaming, it feels like there's a lot of sketchiness to it, and it feels like you almost don't believe it. You really don't believe it, and just let the sucker blaze so that way.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, we'll get the. Yeah, there's not a ton of slides for this one too.
What's up, Bro Grim? How you doing? What's up, the Dead Man? Thank you,
Hey, Dead
gentlemen,
Man.
for showing up. I do appreciate it, guys. Yeah, and I feel like this was near the end of what felt like daily comedies, because at this point you had Role Models, and a few years later you had I Love You Man with Paul Rudd and Jason Segel, and obviously there was a few more in between, but you get the point that I'm getting at. Happy Madison Productions, big deal, because Adam Sandler, I can't remember if he only wrote or produced this movie, but Adam Sandler did have creative involvement. A shame he didn't do a cameo for this, because a lot of his peers do. Real big shame.
I was expecting it. Yeah. So his company did this. Yeah. So it's 2006. Doesn't seem like that long ago, but it is. And I love the opening. This is one of my favorite all time games. Galaga kicks ass. Galaxian and Galaga. So when I saw this, so there's a lot of stuff. I'll try not to stop too much, but I'm recognizing all the shit because I grew up, as a gamer in this era. I have, computer gaming. Excuse me, Computer Gaming World magazine, got that every month, and that you just read that cover to cover, bought so many new games. That's one of the things on my list to do. I've got I saved every game I ever bought, of course, the packaging, so I have all the physical media from all my old games. So yeah, look at this old Xbox here. This is just awesome. Was that Led Zeppelin poster in the background? I thought there too.
Is that the Mike Tyson knockout punch game too?
Well, it's not Mike Tyson, but it's I don't know if that's like a fake game or that's what game that is. Or maybe
this
that is
like
a Tyson Xbox.
Fought an infant. I love that.
Yeah,
this is like Tyson fought an infant.
Yeah. And like that's a really cool TV for back then to have too. So
there's Kevin Nash, Big Daddy Cool Diesel. He's one of the guys who's there to evict
and that's
Alex
why
and his roommate.
And you see some wrestling action figures out throughout the movie too. So if you really look look closely, see, I don't know what game that is, but I was a PC gamer and I started with Atari to date myself, Pong, and then Atari. So and then my kids had Xboxes. Yeah.
Hey, come on, man! I spilled the bong. Stop! Oh, dude!
Yeah.
And then
he unplugs his controller.
Follows up with the great Rob Schneider cameo, which today mainstream Hollywood would not let fly because he plays an Armenian in this.
No, you can't do anything risky to that, quote unquote risky. Oh my god, yeah, playing someone else, from another country, yeah.
Oh man, this may have been. I mean, outside of this, Tropic Thunder. I'm trying to think that these were definitely some of the last movies that did that. These are some of the last movies that absolutely did that, and that was, oh man, shout out to Rob Schneider. That's our guy, man. If we could get Rob Schneider on to say hello for 10 minutes,
oh my god,
I would freaking hell yeah, another comedy great. Oh man, Rob Schneider. So this is once again. Oh, I love them so much. Yeah, I just paid the rent, and he sends out a check. Oh, massage therapist. What mean? You mean hookers? You're a hooker, dude. Oh my, that was a line. Me and my guy would say a lot. Like anytime we're kind of taking shots, anytime like, oh, shut up, you're a hooker. Oh man. You're a hooker. Oh, so
I was just reading. Alan was a classmate of Adam Sandler at NYU. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, so it's amazing. Yeah, so it was pretty awesome to get him on. Yeah. Oh, and he was on. I'm just checking. He was on Freaks and Geeks too, which is one of my when Linda Cardinale was on that show too. It was we just a quick roll in there, but yeah, quite a career. Yeah, but he's right though. Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of comedy is just gone now from most. I mean, we are getting a Happy Gilmore too, but yeah, it's just it's crazy
I
how
just hope that it's a comedy. Is it scary that I'm concerned that it might not end up being like a comedy? Because Tom and I kind of like talked about it, and I'm like, man, this looks like it's a movie where he's like kind of in like a midlife crisis. I hope it's good. I'm gonna see it right away when it comes out. I want it to
yeah
be good, but I'm kind of like concerned because it looks like it's a oh, now Happy Gilmore is basically not happy anymore. And I mean
yeah
that
yeah
the figurative like sense. Sorry, actually in the literal sense, not the
yeah.
sense of being happy, because it seemed like it was giving us some vibes of that in the trailer. But maybe I'm just looking too into it. I hope I'm wrong and it's somehow good. I need
Oh
you,
yeah.
hon. I need you. Oh God. Oh dude. Oh man.
Put up my
Oh
Christmas tree, dude. It's July.
dude, it's July. Get the fuck out of here. It is.
Why are you naked? Yeah,
Oh, I am naked.
yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know.
So good.
Can you get away with showing a bare ass on YouTube? I don't know, but
I'm not.
I think you can with a guy, but I figure it was more fun to have Mad there
Oh
anyway,
no,
right?
it's so much more funny to have Mad's ass
Anyway,
on this. You can't
anyway,
just not.
yeah. I think the statue's safe though. A wooden statue is safe. Yeah. Oh god.
Oh God. And then Dante's
You got
description of
addicted to
all his
hookers.
weed. This
Yeah.
one's the Incredible Hulk. This one's the Frankenstein. It makes you walk like you're. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, Dante is a hell of a character. And that's the thing. This movie is loaded with memorable characters. I love how like
Yeah.
even the smaller characters, all their parts feel like meaningful, which is funny to say
Yeah.
meaningful when you're talking about a comedy. It's not lost on me on how that sounds, but it's true. There is meaning to all this silliness. There really is.
They're well-rounded characters, even though this dude's a stoner. But yeah, but right away he's like he's grounded, right? I don't know how to describe it, but the writing's good enough where he's a grounded character. Yeah, I love this. He's stuck at the kids or did he go over to the kids table to talk video games? Or is
The
he
scene
stuck
just
at the
starts. The scene starts.
Yeah,
I've seen it
you
so
don't need
many
an
times. I know it
explanation.
just starts with him because he's at a family party, and obviously he runs into his grandma. And but before that, he's giving gaming advice, and the kids are
Yeah.
all like having a riot about it. Like, hell yeah, we're gay. Well, he knows gaming, and then he
And
runs
does he
into
look like
grandma.
Mel Gibson a little bit, or is it me? I should give
He's
him
got
that
a little bit
compliment.
of Mel
Doesn't
Gibson
he
look to
look a
him.
little bit
He
like a
does.
little
He
Mel
does.
Gibson there?
Yeah.
I was right there. I could say like, there's a little Mel Gibson going on there, but
Oh, dude, tornadoes for another $10 says thank you, Nick. Best channel on YouTube, dude. That's crazy. But thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much, tornadoes. I'm just happy that we get to share a moment and have fun and talk about movies and not think about the outside world. That is what the fun of movies, cinemas, and getting the guys together is about. Is just having that moment to get away and unwind. But except we get to
Yeah,
all unwind together. It's
but
great.
don't
It's the
expect
best of
movie
both
stars
worlds.
every week.
Yeah, junkies. What? I'm like, yeah. That we got so lucky with that. We're really
Yeah, that was
fortunate. But
very
thank
awesome.
you,
Yeah,
tornadoes. That was incredible. Thank you, and thank you for the 10. Oh God, Nick Swartzen with the roommates. You mean your parents?
that's where his jammies,
Oh yeah, his big onesie pajamas.
freaking onesies. Yeah,
What's up, Dulu? Oh, I love
I
it.
love this fucking room. This room, just like you recognize it all the shit in here from late '90s, early 2000s,
2000s. Yep.
2000s. Like the monitors. We're just getting like flat screen monitors. And
Mhm.
I mean, these laptops are like probably top gaming laptops, but they're today they're paperweights. It's just amazing. But it's just all the little details they put into this. And this is still the kids' room. It's like sleep on the fish. It's like he's sleeping in the car. It's like, what's up with this kid, this guy? You're like, this is like an 8-year-old's dream room.
Your bed is a car. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
freaking sweet car.
I remember friends as kids. Yeah, they got that bed for kids. Those beds were pretty popular back then, and you might get a stereo too. My sister's get an alarm.
My roommates might are gonna give me a stereo for this. Oh, and then one of the most historical
This
scenes
is
in movies. I'll say in movies
yes.
because it really is historical. What, dude? I couldn't believe what I had just seen.
And I was gonna.
I
I also was gonna ask, where did you get the doll with nipples? I remember the Batsuit had nipples, but like most dolls don't have nipples. So I wonder if they had. Well, they have a making of on the DVD. I have to get the DVD for this.
Get the original DVD for this. When you seek it out, get the original copy. You can find it on eBay. People do put it on eBay. You can
Yeah, with the
get it.
making of.
Trust me, it's absolutely worth it for the special features alone. This
Yeah,
one is
that's what I miss. Yeah.
oh, physical media once
No
again.
pennies. How do you know I liked it like that? I mean, he just does such a great job. And then he's like, who knew 20 years later my kids would be watching this? Yeah.
Can you imagine what's like? My dad's historical claim to fame was he jerked off to a doll.
And then the awesome part is the mom's like, you can still say over. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I love how Nick Swartz is just like, despite all that, you could still stay over. Yeah, because breakfast is totally not going to be awkward.
Awkward.
Oh my god, I can't stop coming. I'm sorry, it feels so good. And he goes on his onesie outfit.
Yeah.
I would argue this scene alone brings this movie like 5-6 points for toxicity.
Oh,
alone.
yeah.
This
Total.
alone, this one moment alone is straight up oozing. This is no pun intended. This scene is showering in
And
toxicity.
that my one of my best friends ever owned that car. It was the first car he was able to buy on his own. That's looks like a 1986 Hyundai. And my friend Rob had the same car, the same color. And funny stories I have to tell about that. He'd like turbocharged it and souped it up. So he got pulled over on the highway in 95 doing like 103 or something like that. And back then they wouldn't, today they'd haul your ass off to jail or, back then they were a little more liberal in the 80s or late 80s, early 90s. So he went into court and he brought road and track and said the top speed of the car was 88. So the judge, like, case dismissed. He's like, he must have tagged another car. Rob, you're in trouble for that one. But yeah, so we got the case dismissed. He'd souped up the car, so it would go a lot faster. That's a Yugo. It's a Yugo. It looks like a Hyundai to me.
I couldn't tell
But
you what it
either
is.
way, they weren't that good of cars. Yeah.
And there goes
Looks
Nick
like-
Swartz in with those kind. I love my turtle. Yeah, you're friggin' balls deep with your thumb in your mouth and your turtle. I love my turtle. You can keep the doll. Oh god! And then he does the tongue with the doll after.
Oh, I clipped that one, but that was a good clip. Oh, my doll is a whore. Like those throw lines. Not that it's a throw. I mean, it's a great comedic, quote unquote throwaway line that really makes the scene work. I mean,
Oh, straight up, man.
Can't believe you came on my mom.
Oh, damn. Oh,
and of course the toxicity of the workplace here with the, this is before what was the not Comicsgate, but it was the Gamersgate.
Gamergate, yes.
Gamergate controversy, which Linda Cardinelli as the boss, she'd be going to HR right now. There's some things that they say to her, but yeah, it's just like sometimes you just roll, some things you got to roll with too. Not that I'm condoning sexual harassment in the workplace, but you are with a ton of guys in this workplace here too. So yeah, there's lines you shouldn't cross, but there's also you can't lose sight of boys being boys too in certain certain things. So yeah, this would be troubled. God, could you the way they talk to her today? I mean, there's no way that would fly in some of these lines. Yeah.
Here's what I buy about all this though is because when you look at the atmosphere in this room of all the guys who are there working in the game, and you have basically you could say that the lady, Samantha Cardellini, her character, she's basically the token female. It really
Yep.
does nail the atmosphere of what gaming at that time was like because yeah, there were not many girls gaming. Yeah, there's a little bit more now, but it's still not like this big thing where girls are everywhere doing it. Like, yeah, my girls are in it. They love it, but they're into it because they love it. And that was the whole gist of her character is
Yeah.
Linda, actually, sorry, Samantha she understood the medium of gaming and they understand and respect it for what it is. So the few girls who were into it, they weren't into it because it's the thing like or the trendy thing. They were into it because they respected the medium for what it was. Now
I
you
loved
have
it. Yeah.
now you have a 50-50. Nowadays it's some girls who are into it are truly into it, and then that's great. And but you have a whole other half where it's a tourist attraction. They want to get money on Twitch, and I'm not knocking them for making money, but it just shows you that they're there to be the visual attraction to play the game, but they're not really into the gaming aspect
Yeah.
itself. And it reminds me of when and yes, there's a connection here. I'm going somewhere with this. It reminds me when Musk bought out Twix and changed it to X, and there was a connection here. But there's a photo went around a few months after he started taking over the company, and it showed what the staff was like before he cleaned house versus what he cleaned up after. And the photo, it was like a bunch of geeky Asian computer guys, and he had one girl, and I'm like, yeah, that literally probably is the technology atmosphere.
Yeah.
That to me looks representative than a bunch of people who look like they live in San Francisco, and they don't look like tech nerds, but they're there just so they can fill out a quota of whatever is the insert current social thing to say, hey, look at who we hired. And the staff was major downside. And when I saw that, I felt, rewatched this movie, I thought about that Elon Musk Twix thing with the downside stuff. Like, yeah, this movie nails that atmosphere of what gaming was like. It still is mostly a guy saying, but guys were never opposed to girls. They just want girls to accept it for what it was. And I remember knowing about it. I never was affected by it, but I remember hearing from friends who had girlfriends where they would have breakups because the girlfriends hated that they were gaming. Hated it. I'm sure you had a few friends who had that too.
Well, yeah, or like, what are you doing? Get off the freaking computer. Remember, when Doom came out, or like some certain games would come out, then you're playing the game like nonstop. It's like, we got to go out tonight or do something. Then you have always, you're hanging out. One of your dudes gets a girlfriend and stops hanging out with you, and you're like, loser. Going out with, of course, then they're married and have 6 kids years later. But at that time, you're like, so this is all these, and they're not calling these guys incels. They're just geeks, that are just not not good with the ladies, like the lead guy here.
Yeah, a lot of them are socially awkward. They're good.
Socially awkward, yeah.
Yeah, they when they're around the boys, they can let it all out. But with girls, it's like it's a different animal.
Yeah, and like this guy, I wonder if he's kind of based on Jonathan Carmack, who created Doom. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there, or just random video game guy. But there are some pretty strange people, and not saying Carmack is strange, but there are some strange people in gaming. So you wonder if he's just based on anyone or someone that they knew. But yeah, it's just this dude, the super genius, right? Who he's in love with Linda Cardinelli, or who isn't, right? But no way to talk to her, hang out with her. And it's not this anti this incel crap that you hear about. It's just the guy just can't find his way socially, socially awkward.
Yeah, he's been around guys and games his whole life that it's just foreign for him.
Yeah,
Foreign. In simpler terms, it's just foreign for him. And that's why when guys see a lady, it's like shocking for them, not because they're against it, but they if they knew there was a girl into it, they would be like, hey, here's what's cool. If you're genuinely interested, here's what's not cool. And yes, in every single medium facet of life, you're always going to have a bad apple who will probably not be happy. But guess what? That happens for everything ever. But those are outliers.
Yeah.
They don't represent the bulk of the genuine gamers, the genuine comic book readers, the genuine movie buffs. If there was a girl who was in those things, we were, not just say 9.5 out of 10 of us would be jazzed about that. Because you could see when there was a lady who would be enthusiastic about it, you could tell it was a genuine thing. You could tell apart really quick who was the Johnny come lately and who really was interested.
Yeah. No, yeah, you know who's yeah, like who's legitimate, yeah. So but yeah, there's just so much going on, and gaming was so much smaller back then too. So in terms of, you know, this company they're looking at, you know, video games make more than movies now. So video games are where it's at. And then you've got, we're not going to get into The Last of Us season 2 here, but Last of Us season 1 was a pretty big show for
Yes.
was it HBO Cinemax or whatever they call the damn streaming service now, or HBO Max? But yeah, I mean, gaming is bigger than movies now, and it's spawned. Look at one of the biggest movies of the year is Minecraft, right? So spawn that. So yeah, it's just like looking back at this back in time here when, you know, you had a smaller company, what are you know, 50 people developing this game, or even less, and nerds and geeks living together, you know, trying to get you know, make some money, and you know, get the time, you know, they're on a strict timeline. So this is all seems pretty realistic, right? So yeah, it's just it's just nice slice of life. And I love seeing all this retro. Now it's retro tech, right?
All right, it's retro tech.
It's retro
the
tech
first
now.
Xbox is retro tech, guys.
Yeah.
Listen to what Marky with a C just said.
I was just watching Retro Blasting before this stream, and yeah, retro. This is retro tech. Yep, and there's the
roommate, and then the awkward wave, and she's like, oh, fuck.
And she's so hot too. She's very hot, right?
Oh, it's so funny to see.
And Linda Cardinelli's getting a lot of love in the chat too.
Oh,
yeah.
I know. I see RJ Godzilla's like, so guys love Rosario Dawson, but me, no. Linda Carlino is my geek dream girl. That's the thing. She really pulled out the part. And from what I've actually heard from Alan Covert, he says she's a real one. Apparently, she is a real one when it comes to these things. And that cool.
That's great to
and
hear.
The fact that so basically doing this role was not so much a role for her. It was kind of maybe just being an extension of herself with a little bit of a role. I guess you could say with a sprinkle of CEO role in between. Oh God, the grandma roommates, dude. I had no idea until a few years ago.
Mrs.
Shirley
Partridge
Jones was from the part. I'm like, hold on, that's.
Oh, you didn't know?
I didn't know that until I'd say about 5-6 years. I never pieced that together, even though she always looked familiar to me. I remember seeing her throughout the years, thinking, man, she looks so familiar, but I never like thought to like look it up. It just something I just didn't.
I mean, she's a great singing voice, obviously, in The Music Man, right? In 1962, Oklahoma.
Yes.
I mean, what, you know, and of course, David Cassidy was her stepson, right? So the Partridge Family, you know, if grew up 60s, 70s, it's God, I mean, it's just you know, huge. Talking about huge, right? The Partridge Family was massive, and I saw David Cassidy in Vegas. You know, God rest his soul, years ago. So he was just the pop superstar. Just I don't know who you can compare him to today, but yeah, just everyone went crazy. So the Partridge Family was just massive. And my sister actually married someone whose last name is Partridge, so I've got a Partridge in my family too. So. But you just don't realize how huge that was, and how, I mean, surely what a gorgeous lady, and she's still with us. God bless her. So, yeah, just
living a long life.
yeah. Oh yeah, and Sean. Well, if you're, you know, a couple years older than you. So if you ever watch like the Hardy Boys, Sean Cassidy, what another teen idol he was from the Hardy Boys, if you remember him. So yeah.
Oh,
So
dude, the comment
yeah.
about Sophie dying, their previous roommate that Alex was replacing. Hey, Sophie didn't die in the bed, did she? No, Alex. Oh, good, good, good. She fell on bed and died right here. She points right on the ground. She got
Yeah.
so specific. Like, oh, what?
Yeah.
And then she actually pulls a prank on him. I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit, this grandma is
Uh,
awesome. Grandma Lily is
oh my God.
hilarious.
He's hysterical. Yeah. And
Oh, I
yeah,
forgot
Doris
about
Roberts.
that.
Yeah.
Linda
Oh
Carlini
my God.
was Velma. Yeah, that's true.
Velma. Oh my God, was she great as Velma? Wowzers, yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, and like this prank here, like grandma doing this is freaking hysterical. It's like he's like, this is some fucked up shit. It's like it reminds me of like when I was like 5 or 6 sleeping in my older cousin. They're like 10 years older. It was like Halloween or the night before Halloween. So we watched the Charlie Brown the Great Pumpkin, and they're freaking they in the middle of the night, like they pretended to be the Great Pumpkin, or they're doing shit under my bed. This fucking crazy. And I remember they shook the bed, and I'm like 5 years old, and freaking start screaming. And then they did it again, and I'm screaming. And then I remember my uncle came in. He's like, "Cut the shit, guys! If you do this again, you're grounded for." And I'm just like, then years later, they're like, "Yeah, we were screwing," but like I thought it was real. Like I thought the Great Pumpkin was under my freaking bed. So I'm thinking of that scene there. Like that happened to me. It's like, of course, he's an adult there, but I mean, that's freaking awesome. It's just, my God, what's happening? It's like you ever stayed in an old person's house? They have like 50 million clocks that all go off at once.
Yeah.
Like that's such a grandma thing. Like they have clocks everywhere, right?
Dude,
6
yeah,
in the
no.
morning, she's up and dressed.
The grandma environment is nailed to the T. As they, you mentioned the clocks. She's like she's she's a bright lady with good intentions, but she's obviously oblivious to a few things. And then you have her roommates, B and blah blah blah, Grace. Obviously,
Yeah.
B you can tell is not all there in the head, and Grace
Yeah.
is a fucking whore, and she loves to lay out gay jokes on Alex galore, and they're all funny. All her gay jokes towards
Yeah.
Alex are so damn
Oh
hilarious.
God, yeah.
You have
It's just
three
ridiculous.
distinctive personalities all living together. And then and they work Alex into doing a bunch of with the paint. I forgot about the
She's not
paint.
eating the paint. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Steve, I'm gonna tell you something. By the way, what's up, buddy? He says, "Oh wow, I love this movie. I always want to play the game." That game actually was a real video game. That demonic game. It was supposed to
Yeah.
be. It was supposed to be. I can't remember if it was supposed to be for the original Xbox or 360, but it was a canceled game. So that was actually.
I heard they were making it. I heard they were making it for the movie. Like it's in one of the Wikipedia notes. They said they were making, like you said, this was a canceled game. But I think they were actually making it to be like let me find the notes here, but it was part of the movie. But yeah, game developer Terma Reality was involved in the film's production, lending footage to promote their game Demonic. While the game was canceled before the film's release, the footage remained in the final cut. So that would have been their tie-in too, right? I guess they figured they'd sell more games.
Yeah, so the Demonic
right?
game based off of that. It's a good hand-in-hand combination. Where Alex farts his ass off. And Samantha's comment was the best response. Nice rip, Alex.
and and then this is hysterical. This is like Dell. That's a Dell XPS. So like that's probably like a $4,000 or $5,000 computer back then. That's a paperwork now. But that was one of the great gaming laptops. They still Dell XPS. They're still making those. But that's the gaming laptop too. So it's cool that they had the, they didn't cover up the name. I don't know if Dell paid them anything but look how fat those laptops are there.
So
Is he sleeping? Yeah, and possibly shitting his pants.
So, by the way, Steven, I see you show up later to the show. Just so you know, you want to catch the replay of the first, let's just say half hour of the show. The star of this movie, Alan Covert, aka Alex, stopped by for like 5-10 minutes, and we actually got to have a
for
chat
at
with
least
him.
10 minutes.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, it was awesome.
It was absolutely awesome.
His kids interrupted a few times in a cute way, like who you talking to, Dad, like some weirdos on the internet.
It was an incredible moment, Steve.
It was awesome.
It was really incredible that actually happened. Like it was wild. I had a feeling too. I'm like, I think he's gonna do it. I think he's gonna do it. I had a good feeling about it. I remember I told Mark earlier today, chat inside baseball. I'm like, Mark, do not tell anyone.
You can trust me.
Reached out to Alan, and we'll see if this happens. It may not happen, but in my head, I thought it's gonna happen. And I was the same way with Razor Fist a year ago on Toxic Tuesday. You can ask Mark. I didn't tell anyone until right before, probably like a few hours before the show was going live. I'm like, oh, by the way, guys, Razor Fist is going to be on Toxic Tuesday. And I had known that for 2 weeks.
There you go.
Yeah. So by all means, guys, that Dead Man, you missed it too. Yeah. Trust me, it's that portion of the replay alone is worth it. I'm funny. Razor's what brought me here. Dude, nice. I love to see that, man. That's what's up.
Awesome.
Hell yeah. No. That's someone.
Wait till Linda Cardinelli shows up in a few minutes. No, just kidding.
Well, that's someone who I'd like to definitely try to get on again in a few months, because I have a few Charles Bronson movies reserved that I'm hoping to have him for. So we'll see how that goes. So fingers crossed, Shaman. All right, fingers crossed.
Yeah,
he's a good guy. Oh, I hate violence, but drugs are bad. That was the best rationalization for video game violence.
Are so awesome. Yeah, I'm not a violent person. Yeah. She's got a comedic knack. Yeah, she was great on Everyone Loves Raymond, of course. Yeah. So, long career. So that makes this makes the movie work too, because you've got these great character actors here, great actors, but in these, there's pretty big parts of this movie, but it just, it's so fun seeing Shirley Jones in this role, and Doris here in this great role. So it just makes the movie that much better. So oh my god, like not knowing what a bong is, and then how politically incorrect is this scene here now too, right? I mean, this is cancel culture time here too.
Oh, right? Dude, this movie leads in on so many moments that would be absolutely cancelable. Are you doing a seance? Oh no, it's more of a hey, I would Razor on to talk a Charles Bronson movie, and there's some we haven't done yet that I know would make sense, like 10 to Midnight, obviously Death Wish 4. Oh, dude, that. Believe it or not, that is a goal. That is straight up a goal, is to have Dolph Lundgren on. That is definitely, even if I can get like 2 minutes. That's a goal, is to have Dolph Lundgren. That is definitely like something I'm like.
Are we playing the biggest thing I've ever seen on a man clip and asking him about it?
Oh man, it's the man fought cancer for 7 or 8 years.
God bless him. Yeah.
I actually feel like it's one of those things where, so you're saying there's still a chance. Not only is there a chance, I got time on my side. Oh, 2 minutes, like 12 minutes. Oh, you guys go. Oh,
nice in the old person's house.
Once again, when I was telling Alan earlier how I lived my life by this line here, where he goes,
"Find a roommate who goes shopping." That's such a great line.
A very relatable line, by the way. Very relatable. Like, we're making spaghetti with the garlic bread, wings to go at the breast. I don't know what you are, but I'm gonna fucking eat you too. And dude, I've said those words so many times. It don't matter if I was during my days where I was smoking more. Don't matter if I was in a sober day. I would say that sentence just to utter because it's just like part of my DNA. And that dude, I freaking died. Because I actually thought what was gonna happen. I thought he was gonna forget about the oven, and then like maybe like the place
Yeah.
is gonna like go on fire.
I thought,
But
yeah,
it
that's
ended
the
up,
cliche, like, yeah, catch on fire, right? And they didn't
even
do that.
better. It
Yeah.
ended up the outcome's even better. The fact that it went to be that he went back and he used his parents.
See, if he had only burned his hands before, he wouldn't have gotten in trouble for masturbating on the guy's mom. He wouldn't be able to do it. Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh. Oh, you're right. That's true, Shaman. I remember. Oh, yes, I remember now. Oh, I remember thinking, what the fuck is he doing throwing up a banana there? Oh,
Right?
God damn it. Oh, fuck. He goes
And
into
then,
work, and the
oh
workers
yeah,
think he's like getting tortured by three lesbians, which is nowhere near
yeah,
what's
that line,
happening.
that setup is awesome when they show up later for lunch. Yeah, not now, but oh yeah, who's the wrestler that looked like the African shaman? Who was that in the WWE in the '90s? Who was that? Reed by Nature is mentioned. Who the hell? And I'm a wrestling fan too. And I close my eyes, I can
Let me
picture the
think
guy,
here.
the
Which
big, huge,
doctor?
massive. He looked like a witch doctor. Yeah, what the
Are you
heck
talking
was the
about Papa
guy's name?
Shango?
Papa Shango's newer though, isn't Papa Shango
He
a
was in
newer
the
wrestler?
90s. Papa
He
Shango's
was
the
an Nago.
90s.
Yeah, there's Papa Shango, but there was also another guy like dressed up as an African shaman too. But it'll come to me. It'll come to me. Someone in the
Yeah.
chat. Yeah, but yeah, it just reminded me of that too. Well,
Undertaker.
that's the
Yeah.
wrestling tie-in. A lot of wrestling tie-ins in
There is a
this
lot of
in this movie. Yeah.
wrestling tags. Well, one of the guys has like a bunch of figures on his wall, and you can see it's got the WWE branding on the
Oh,
figure. So
Kamala.
clearly they're probably from the Ruthless Aggression era.
Kamala, not to be confused with
Oh,
Kamala Harris. Kamala,
oh
that's what I was
yeah,
thinking of. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kamala,
Kamala. You know,
Kamala, yeah, big, huge dude. Yeah,
I
that's
remember
what I was thinking of. Yeah.
there was a clip that went viral when Trump won the election, and it was a clip of Undertaker saying, "Kamala."
Right?
Peace. I was like, oh, and that was perfect because obviously he had Trump on his YouTube channel to talk about the election, which that was why you see Taker talk with Trump. So yeah, that was a good tie, and the fact that there was a clip of him saying Kamala of all people, talk about foreshadowing on it. But I almost thought about Coco Beware though. Read by Nature. I
Oh
did
yeah,
think about Coco
Coco
Beware.
Beware. Yeah, Coco Beware was awesome too.
Oh
Yeah.
god, the comment about the crazy orgies. Oh yeah. Oh, chat. By the
Work with your
way,
hands. Yeah.
in like 7 minutes, we are going to transition to Rumble exclusively. So we will keep the slideshow blazing, and we will actually play some actual clips, including the full "I'm Coming, I Can't Stop and Feel So Good" clip. That will be some we play fully on Rumble. So I trust me when I say, guys, I want you to come. I want you to
Yeah.
come.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come. Oh,
Dead Man asked Undertaker or Trump on his channel. Yes, it was about 3 weeks before the election. He did have Trump on as a guest. And the funny part about it, and I'm not going to give away major details, but this is a very fun takeaway. This was supposed to be basically like a interview conversation with the Don, but the funny part about it was Don flipped it around and made it an interview with him. And you could see his knowledge on wrestling and like the storylines and like how like the moves and the mats and everything, the structure of everything, gay robot,
Yeah, there you go.
work.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can tell like, wow, okay, Donald really knows wrestling and he understands like the art of it all too. He understood it. And if anyone who knows has done more than 5 seconds research, the McMahons and the Trumps go way back. One, they
Yep.
hosted WrestleMania at Trump Plaza. I think it was WrestleMania 3. Can't forget Trump shaving Vince McMahon's head. And many
Oh yeah, they go
guys,
way back. Yeah,
yeah.
they go way back.
And of course, Linda's been part of the administration twice. And many guys, through both terms have come on support. Undertaker, Kane, and then not just obviously older guys, newer guys too, like Roman Reigns are all Trump guys. So obviously it's definitely one of those companies, kind of like the UFC, where it's one of the few big companies where you can have both sides of the house speak out on their opinions and not get canceled or fired for it. Not many companies do that, but WWE and UFC both have people on right, left, and center where it's like, okay, well, you talk about politics at your own risk. If it ruins your career, it's on you. If it works in your career, great. So it's kind of like an enter at your own risk with those
Didn't
companies.
UFC buy WWE now, or I'm trying to remember?
No,
what the-
TKO owns
or TKO
WWE
owns-
and UFC. Yeah, they own them both.
merge. They own them both. Yep, yep.
Did
No, I
you
love.
know Vince McMahon would try to beg Dana White for a long time to do a match with him at Mania, and he was willing to take the loss to Dana White, but for some reason Dana wouldn't do it. I'm kind of
Would do
disappointed.
it.
Dana
That
wouldn't
was
do it,
amazing.
and Vince is saying, "I'm willing to lose to you. I'm willing to lose." That's that's Vince being a true capitalist.
No, he would do anything for money, right?
He
Yeah.
will do anything for money. Oh, I wish he'd done it. I do wish he had done it. I really wish it. I'm
No,
just
just
saying. But dude, him shaving Vince's head,
oh my
Vince
god, yeah.
crying and everything. Oh, dude. Like, when you're watching at the time, it's fun entertainment. But guys, if you haven't watched it, go watch it now. It watches so much differently now because
Oh
you're like,
yeah,
wow, the president of the United States
it's the president.
shaved Vince McMahon's head on TV. It's so
Oh
crazy to
god.
think about in retrospect how that looks. And then the promo for it, they talk about the art of the deal.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they really did all this. It's so funny that they really did this angle.
Oh,
I
it's
think
nuts. Yeah.
Vince stopped Shane from buying or investing in the UFC in its infancy. Oh, yeah. Not as wise Shane. Yeah, that's true. With the label.
Well, this
Oh, God, where they get hooked on TV because they didn't have cable. That's another thing to their outdated.
yeah, this is awesome. Yeah. Well, if you watch the Mr. McMahon TV show or cable, nothing's a TV show anymore. It's all streaming. But yeah, they talk about that too a little bit. But Shane maybe was right there. But when you're the boss, right, you got to make those decisions. Yeah. Yeah. And this TV, I love this TV. Like, there's no effing way they would hook up. I don't think you could ever hook up a cable box to this TV. I think it's only got the old antenna input. So who knows what they did? It's just hysterical. So, but yeah. So, and these were back in the day. All the contractors are selling these illegal cable boxes. So you got like every freaking channel. So I think I might have told this story before, but my contract, was working in the house. He's like, "I'll sell you this box for $300. It gets every channel. This is what this is." And of course, he probably had to run cable to the house too, because there was no cable actually going to the house. And my mother-in-law was over, and we're in like the 40s, and she's going through Playboy Channel is 53. I don't know why I always still remember Playboy Channel is 53.
Oh, I wonder why, Mark.
50, 51. Like, Fran, give me the controller. Fran, stop. Don't go any higher. 53. Like, and she had a fun sense of humor. She's like, "What is this?" She's laughing. I'm like, "We get every channel for free. I don't pay for this, honest." Yeah. So, Yeah, no, that's that's freaking awesome. Yeah, so they've never watched the Antiques Roadshow, and like all these little subplots are freaking hysterical. So
Mhm.
they're gonna try to find stuff to sell for money, right?
They get
So
hooked on antiques and they get
yeah,
hooked on the cooking shows. It's all
yeah,
food. It's all food all day long. And all because and well because and be also you want to know another thing on top of it being an old house between the clocks, not having cable, no microwave. They
yeah, no
only have
microwave.
one TV in the house.
Did he have a TV? Did he have a TV in his bedroom or no?
I don't think so.
I thought there was a TV in the bedroom. And then what I call him bullshit on this scene. I would ask Alan, look, his hands are fine. He just takes the bandages off and his hands are fine, right? The next day. Who cares? It's just a comedy,
Oh,
right?
that's another line, Dave. Yes, Dave is right. Yeah, she told, yeah, go read a play, girl. That's a
Over
dude.
to play girl, yeah. Yeah.
I'm so glad Dave mentioned. I was like, I miss gay joke lines so bad in
Yeah.
movies. It don't matter, comedy, action, whatever. Gay joke lines were hilarious, and I know gay men who find them fucking hilarious too.
You gotta
We
be able to make funny or so not if it's not malicious, of course, yeah.
oh
If it's
well,
just a joke, obviously. Yeah, I'm not
yeah.
saying you you're saying that, but that's what people are freaking so tightly wound. It's like you got to be able to make fun of everyone. Yeah, and look at the fucking antique phone in the background that I'm noticing. This is such a
Yes.
grandma house. The scale, like the pot rack out in the open with like the pot pyramid, just pots sitting there. It's
How
like
little Grandma Lily thought
little,
that the pot was tea as
yeah, as
well.
well. Yeah, I mean, they just such a great job with the production design on this. It's freaking, it's awesome.
All right, chat. Less than 1 minute. We are transitioning fully to Rumble. Okay, I'm putting the link in the chat right there. So please, I encourage you all to transition with us. It has been a really fucking awesome time tonight here on Toxic
Yeah.
Tuesday, talking Grandma's Boy, an underground comedy classic, almost 20 years, 19 years. And this is what you
Yeah.
get to see before we transition, where she
The
cleaned up
bong.
the ball.
Freaking bong. Well, everyone click that like button on the YouTubes before we leave too. Yep. Thank
So
you, everyone in the chat.
seriously, thank you, Brian McCann, Tornadoes, gentlemen, for your super chats. Shout out to Alan Covert for coming on here and giving us his time to talk about this movie and the how it affected the comedic cultural landscape and what is to come of his future, because clearly he has work he's still doing and is far from done. So I just want to say, like, and chat for you hanging out with us. I
That was
actually
sweet.
I actually like that I didn't post about he's gonna be on here. I like, because to me, I was like, I want it to be a special moment that people could say, who those who were there could say, I was freaking there. You assholes missed out. And now those who are there can live with that. So I probably gave you guys a memory that is exclusively for you guys. Did you see the AMC doc? Which one? You have to let me know which one. Anyways, let's get on going. In 20 seconds,
Dark
29.
Side of Wrestling.
Oh,
I'm
some of them.
guessing.
I gotta watch more of them, but I've seen some of them. I
I've
have
watched.
not.
Well, I think I've watched them all. Yep, they're good. Interesting. But some are tragic, but
Oh,
yeah.
some. Oh, I know. I still need to watch the Iron Claw on the Von Erichs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We are transitioning to Rumble exclusively. If you're not coming around over Rumble, I get it. I just want to say thank you for your time on the YouTube side. So cheers, beers, and have a great night. And if you're going to be tuning in next week, we will be talking Kung Pao Enter the Fist. If you haven't seen it, you have 1 week to correct that problem. Be prepared for a retardedly great time. Thank you again. Have a great night. And for those who are coming with us, see you on Rumble.